Greetings from the office of the District Superintendent. You know, it still feels a little bit odd for me to say that, as I've only been in this chair for a month and a bit, but I'm happy to greet you and introduce myself to you. I wonder, as you see my face here in this position, in this place where Don Harder was for so many years, and we thank him for his service. It's such a pleasure to take over as District Superintendent when things have been run so well. So thank you, Don. But as I was thinking about this and introducing myself in this way, I was reminded of an incident that I experienced a few months ago. A group of friends and I have breakfast every Friday morning at Anna's Cafe, and the ever-cheerful Sue pours our coffee and tries to make us laugh. And on this one Friday morning, we sat down and began our conversation. Instead of Sue, the owner of the restaurant came by and poured our coffee and took our orders. To be honest, it was a little bit jarring. It just wasn't what we were used to. It wasn't familiar. Now, I love the owner of Anna's. I've been buying gas from him for years. But it was just a different experience because the coffee delivery system was different. Maybe that's the way you feel when you see my face here as District Superintendent instead of Don Harder. But this is my life now. I sit here in my home office, and as Don used to do in his own home office, I do communications across the district and the Evangelical Free Church of Canada. I'm starting to plan retreats and conferences and planning seminars and working with churches to find pastors and all of those different things. I'm deep in the thick of it now. But a big part of my job, of my role, of my life now is traveling down the road. And I'm traveling to different churches on different Sundays and for other kinds of meetings. And it is my sincere hope that within the next few months, before the end of this year, I'll be able to visit your church and see you in person. But you know, there is a little bit of a lesson in this idea of changing delivery systems. The things at Anna's restaurant, our breakfast together, was just as good as it always is. We had the conversations, we shared with one another. It was a good breakfast, but the coffee delivery was different because of a different person. And this isn't really about me, but you know and I know that there's been changes over the last 2 years, and we don't even understand yet what those changes are and what they mean. Some of them will long-term prove to be for our benefit, and some of them over the long term will prove to be challenges for us. But here's my encouragement to you. No matter what has changed, no matter what does change, you as a church can continue to worship God, pray together, learn from God's word, and be transformed into the likeness of Jesus Christ through Christian fellowship. So I hope that I can support you in these things as Don has before me, and that together as the Alberta Parkland District, see new people and new churches come into our district fellowship as we seek the Lord together.